Welcome to Pearman Fitness. We're at Studiomix in San Francisco, California. Today I brought a friend along, the foam roller. We're going to go over ab exercises using the foam roller. Interesting story. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's head to the floor and let's check out the exercises. All right, so first thing with the foam roller. The great thing about the foam roller is that it's cylindrical and it's round. So what we're going to be using today is its ability to roll to give us a little bit more of a challenge while we're in certain positions. So for example, first position we're going to go over is a plank position. So hands on the ground, under the shoulders, roll the roller away, toes on the roller. So we're just going to kind of start with this position and have a little bit of fun, get comfortable, and then progress it. Shoulder blades pulled down the back, chin tucked in to the chest. Good, ribs are lifted up, belly's engaged. Get heavy in the hands and light in the toes. And then allow yourself to kind of roll forward and back just a little bit and find that strongest position. Good, screw down the shoulder blades, externally rotate those arms a little bit, elbows pointed forward. Good, belly pulled into the lower back. Whew. Just holding this alone is quite challenging, so we'll start with push-up position with the toes on the foam roller. That's the first position. On to our second position. It's once again a plank, but instead of being on our hands, let's go down to our forearms. So our forearms on the ground, eyes over the thumbs, legs together, roll the foam roller out, toes are pointed, then slowly lift up where the toes are on the roller. Good. And you'll notice here as well, you got to do a little bit of adjustment to find this perfect position. Think of pulling the elbows together through the floor without moving them, and also pulling the elbows down toward the feet, engaging the belly. Belly button's pulled in, inner thighs are fired up, butt squeezed a little bit, but don't over squeeze it, and just hold this position. So both the plank on the hands and the plank on the forearm are great positions to start with. It's static, but you're not completely static. While you're in this position, you've got to continue to make slight adjustments to feel strong and not let this foam roller roll away from you. We've got the first two positions down on the forearms and the hands. Let's make it a little more complex. Let's explore what else we can do while in these positions to engage the stomach. So we are back at it. I'm going to have you go back to your forearms. The first exercise is a little roll away. So on the floor, on the forearms, find that good strong position. Toes on the roller. Good. Make sure what's important here as well is that when you have the roller behind you, it's not cranked at an angle. You might have to reach out and kind of straighten it out. You want to make sure that the roller is perpendicular to the body and not at a weird angle. Okay, so with that said, we're here, we're strong, we're pressing away through the forearms and not sinking into the chest and shoulders. We're super strong. We're going to roll back and roll forward. Little rolls, little rolls. There we go. So you can do it with the toes on. If you want a little bit more motion, you feel strong enough, you can roll back. The eyes will go over the hands to the elbows and come forward. When you do this, keep pressing down into the roller with the legs. Don't sink in the lower back. And start with a smaller range of motion. When you feel strong enough, slowly add more and more to that roll. And while you're rolling back on the forearms, start with a smaller range of motion and go where you're comfortable. As soon as you start feeling that lower back, it tells you a few things. One of which is you're not pressing down to the legs strong enough. You're not engaging the legs together, so the inner thighs aren't working enough, and the ribs aren't pulled in, and you're possibly sinking into the shoulders. So everything needs to be lifted up away from the floor at all times, as if there's a big pocket of air under you that's inflated, pressing up, pushing you to the ceiling the whole time, okay? That engagement is always necessary with all of these exercises. All right, next exploration is going to be on the hands. So what I want you to do is just underneath the knees, so not on the knees, but just under the knees, put the foam roller, point the toes, hands go forward, good, hips over the knees. We're gonna exaggerate this kind of cat position you see in yoga where they lift up and tuck the head in, belly super engaged. From here, pressing away from the floor, you're gonna pull forward and roll back, holding on to the shape, going back to the knee. Pull forward and roll back just under the knee. Keep pressing away. Good. Holding this big, big, big shape. Roll as far as you can, provided you stay engaged. Weight stays over the hands. Big roll. Back to the knee. Okay, so last thing, this is for kicks, for funs. This is for fun, your last little exploration of the day. What I want you to do here is go back to that push-up position. So hands on the floor. Good. The roller's at that point where the ankle's kind of curved out. From here, what I want you to do, you're in that strong position, legs are tight together, we're gonna roll back, woo, keep lifting, roll back as far as you can, just under the knees, woo, and pull forward. So nice little long lever here, using your lats, triceps and abs. Good, go just as far. Don't hit the knees. Good, you can walk out if you need more space. Good, which I'm gonna go for. Go just before you hit the knee. Ooh, and pull through. So big takeaway today with the foam roller, using the foam roller for core exercises with the stomach. The C kind of curve that we talk about in Pilates, the hollow body and gymnastics, this idea of being strong underneath the body and holding that good strong shape and not letting that back bow and those hips drop. It's really important not only to be able to hold that position, but the foam roller is great with the exercises we did today because it challenges you while moving through the shoulder, falling away, to hold the shape while rolling and moving. So we're adding that motion into that positional stuff. Anyways, really good for the abs, the stomach. You'll notice in the arms and shoulders, just holding yourself is super challenging. With the first two positions we went over today on your forearm, doing a forearm plank, and on your hands, work your way up to 30 seconds to a minute. When you feel comfortable there, then add these other exercises with the rolling. If you find yourself sinking down into your shoulders, remember you have to stay engaged at all times and press away from the floor. With the other exercises, let's not worry so much about how many reps to do. Let's worry about the quality and how it feels, and finding a range of motion that works for you where you're not getting that saggy butt, but you're holding the position. So if you're able to hold the position and you're moving through these exercises, then add a little bit of range of motion, challenge yourself, and explore on your own terms with the foam roller. Thanks for joining Pearman Fitness at Studiomix. Try these foam roller ab exercises out. I'll see you again soon. Have a great day.